Hey girl, I'm back. How you doing?
Yay! Hang on. Yeah, I'm here. Why don't we sit in front of the Buddha?
In front of the what? The bushes? Okay.
The Bud the Buddha. Where's the mushrooms gone in front of the Buddha?
Okay. Right here. The butter?
Yeah, that's strange. Some of the mushrooms have disappeared. I can't see them. Anyway, I think I found it.
Okay.
I've had a bit of a makeover. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah. I love your hair. Your hair looks so freaking awesome. I love it. Awesome job. I love it.
I went to see a guy
You got
in
your eyes on and everything. You go, girl.
I went to see a guy in. Oh, I'll have to give you the address later, but it gives me loads of
Get that
hairdos.
tea. That
Gave
ginger tea. And I still have this weird ascension symptom, I like to call it, because it's just one of those things that linger on and feeling really kind of, dizzy, and it's not a flu. I can tell you that right now. It is so not a freaking flu. I mean, for it to just linger on the way that it is, it's definitely has to do with adjusting to the energies. That's what I feel. Let me know when you're ready to roll.
oh, okay. Well, I'm just about ready. But you know, there was a lot of people that wanted to come in and join us tonight, but quite a few people have all got the same problem. The graphics cards don't support Second Life, so they couldn't join. Um, which
Oh,
and I told them about the apps for the phone, and one or two of them don't use mobile phones, so they're a bit like me, they don't use mobile. So, and there's another guy who wants to come and join us, but he's got to be up for work in the morning, so he couldn't be up, which is a shame. It's because he's in the UK like me, so too late for him. Um,
yeah, we seem to have more chatters in the chat box, which is pretty cool.
um, chatters. What do you mean? Chatters. What do you mean, chatters?
I call them chatters. They're chat. People that are chatting in the chat box. I just call them chatters. So they're here. Some people, they're because I see our little chat box and people are actually chatting. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I see. I know what you mean. Yeah, little boxes that pop up on the screen when you talk.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Just
So
give
they
me
can
a
hear us
second.
right now.
My server's doing my head in. Let me just go and disable something on his. Hang on.
Okay.
Right, so I'm monitoring everything on the other server, you see, and it decided it was going to do a reboot, and I don't want it doing a reboot when I'm monitoring it, so I had to go and play with it. Right, are you there, Drew? Sorry about the delay. We're 7 minutes into the show. Oops.
No problem. I'm still here. Still here.
Okay, so I knocked some over. Well, right. Okay. I see what you mean. This chat in the thingy. Yeah. Right. What we're going to talk about? I was talking to my friend earlier, Dave. I won't give away personal information. But he's having a court issue with his ex-girlfriend. She's trying to take trying to take all his money off him. She's already had £20,000 off him. Without saying too much detail about.
What is up with these women taking money?
Well, yeah, and he works very hard. And I did ask him if he'd come and join us here tonight because he is in Second Life. Let me just see if he's on. Hang on.
God, I was never like that with my ex, and I was never like that with an ex-boyfriend of mine.
Yeah.
I never went after him for child support. None of that crap. I was like, okay, fine, it's your loss. I'm gonna move on. That's how I was, you know.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. Oh, let me just give you a zoom of my hair that I got done. Hang on. You see what it's come up like. I've got all these different hairstyles. Do you want me to show you a different hairstyle while we're sitting here?
Sure.
Hang on. Let me zoom in on me. Just a minute. Right, okay, I'm going to give you a different hairstyle. Let me show you what I look like. Let me just go and load it. You can. This guy gave me a lot of things. Let's see. Just so people can see what we can do in Second Life. It's under. If I can find it. Oh, it'll be under me. Under inventory. Right, okay, let me just find this and show you quickly, and then we'll get on with the serious talk. Right, he sent me all these all these extra hairs. I can actually give some to you maybe. Now, oh, let's see, here we go. Right, watch this one. Yes, I've gone bald. Oh my god, I've gone bald. It won't last long, hopefully.
Yeah, the Sinead O'Connor look again.
Yeah, it should come on in a minute. Oh, I'm wearing a. Oh, what is this? Hang on. But I'll just try this other one. There we go. Another one.
That's pretty nice. I like that. That's really nice.
Yeah? Let's try this other one.
Yep. Got to figure out what I'm going to do with my hair. I just kind of, I guess, left it like this. That's really cool.
You like that one? Shall I leave that one on?
I like that one a lot.
Alright, I'll leave.
I like that one a lot. That is really like priestess looking.
Yeah, well, I changed my skin as well earlier.
Priestess where? Yeah. You look really good.
Yeah, I can give you some of these later. If you like one, I can give you one. I've got a whole bunch of them. A guy gave me a whole load. Got a long list. These are all these orange things here. They're all hairs.
I love Second Life. It's really hard time for people to come and join. I mean, it's just, why wouldn't anyone come and join? But I understand. I mean, they're having kind of a hard time because of the computer. It does take a lot of juice. Oh my gosh, does it? And I totally understand that. It takes a lot of juice out of your computer. But man, it is so freaking fun. I tell you. It's like you can get together. We could do like, meditation work, ritual type work, or whatever. I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah. Right. What we were going to talk about after, let's talk about debts and how people can actually about people that get into court issues with. Is there any advice you can talk about to do with when people trying to take people's money off them? Maybe it'll help Dave later when he gets a chance to watch.
Yeah, I do have some ideas. What I can say is this. What I found to be pretty helpful and have gotten many things off my credit debt, and this is before child support came after me, because, because child support, I mean, when child support came, that's when I just pretty much gave up. I said, what the hell, because it's kind of like you're in a situation where, even though I brought everything down to zero, which is pretty damn cool, I had a lawyer to help me out with it, but at the same time, you're kind of caught in between a rock and a hard place, because at the same time, you don't want your kid to think, oh, well, she doesn't care about me, my mom doesn't care about me, she doesn't want to pay anything, and, of course, they brainwash the crap out of my daughter so much that I felt like, wow, there's nothing I can really give, but I can at least give $50 a month, at least something, 50, maybe even 100 minimum, but do whatever I can on my end, even though the courts make you look like they have to, they want to take money off of you for themselves. So at the same time, it kind of makes you feel bad, even if you say, no, I don't want nothing to do with it, because I could easily say, to hell with you, I don't want nothing to do with the court, none of that. Which really, you shouldn't have to have anything to do with the court. It should be between you and the other, party. But going back to the debt thing, I was really kicking butt, because what I kept sending them was, the conditional acceptance letters. Like, I conditionally accept your offer, to say that I owe you all this money, especially from a third party collector, debt collector I never had a contract with. And so I would play it along, and I used to just spend a lot of money, to tell you the truth, even though I would get a lot of stuff for free, okay, like debt letters and things, and people would give them to me. You're still spending money. You're spending money on, getting your notary done, $10 here, $10 there, another $10 to send registered mail. So it does cost money, because I get these people who would say, oh, well, I don't have enough money to pay for your course, or I don't have enough money to, and I said, well, if you don't have enough money for that, then forget about it, because you're going to have to end up paying out your butt for other things. And I mean, a lot of these things that lawyers do charge you, because, lawyers really, they do a lot of the work for you. They do a lot of the paperwork for you. You pay them, and they just deal with it for you. Where when you become a secure party creditor or a sovereign or whatever that takes care of their own thing, you're letting them know, hey, I can handle my own affairs, but man, it is a lot of paperwork. I am not kidding. So, the first letter you'll send is like a conditional acceptance letter, and, it's real easy to put together. You can get it on Sovereign Warriors. I mean, there's so many letters that are out there that are just absolutely amazing. You don't have to be a secure party to do it at all, and I've told many people that you don't have to become a secure party creditor to do, conditional letters or debt validation letters. And you start out with that, because what you're doing is you're saying, I don't accept. And the only way that they can get an order, have them order you anything, is you have to accept it. You have to say, okay, yes, I accept it. And by you saying that, it's not necessarily writing a letter saying, okay, I accept you, I accept this. No, all you have to do is forget about it. Be so freaking sidetracked with other things that are going on in the world, and 30 days passes, and then before you know it, they got you. They got you by the balls, because you've accepted. That's how they do it. But if you keep up and you're consistent, and you send a conditional acceptance letter and say, I conditionally accept your letter, but please provide proof that that you are lawful, provide proof that you and I have a contract, which they don't. Provide proof that that you're not a corporation, that you're not a fiction and operating for money for private purposes. Provide that you are that you are doing your books, that you actually do your books, like financial reports every year, annual reports, which they don't have. But yet they want everyone else, every business owner, to have their financial reports and do their taxes, right? Well, you're turning the table around on them and asking them if they do their taxes, which they don't. And basically, if they have a certified audit of the debt, a certified audit of the account, which is the debt, meaning that that an auditor general actually came to check out the books and cleaned out the books and said, okay, yeah, you guys are running your business pretty well. You know, we've audited you and you guys got your stuff together. No. And I brought that up to my lawyer. I mean, I like a certified audit of the account. They don't want to talk about it. They don't know what to say because it's true. However, it gets them thinking like, what is a certified audit? You know? And I said, anybody can put digits on a computer. So the thing is, you asked him that, and you could be very, very, what do you call it? You could be very successful, where you don't have to pay any of the debt, and you don't have to even send it accepted for value, meaning where you write that, you know, I accept everything for value, except for levy. That's a little thing that we used to do. And some people had success and some people didn't. And it basically goes back to 1933 when they've taken our gold and silver from us. And, you know, the president, Roosevelt, Franklin D. Roosevelt, basically put out an executive order to take out our gold and silver from American people and left us with paper, funny monopoly money, which has no backup. And it was basically used to control people. That was the way to do it. And basically, when 1933 rolled around, you know, everyone, you know, it's so funny, everyone talks about the New World Order. Well, hello, we have been under the New World Order. Since we've been using funny money, we have been under the New World Order, okay? So it's not different. This is the New World Order. This has been the New World Order. But we're moving out of it. And there's a lot of good stuff going on. So for those who are wanting to fight the debt collectors and everything, I mean, I do have a course that you can take that it's only $9.95 a month, and it has all the paperwork that you'd ever want. It has 22 lectures and videos and everything, and if you guys are interested, all the information's there. And, you know, and I decided to bring it down to $9.95 a month because it's a monthly thing, and I figured, you know, it's a membership. You know, like I give you what I put a lot of time and energy and experience into, and it's just kind of an exchange thing. When I've done a lot of the secure party creditor packages, it has been very time consuming on me. I mean, yes, you know, we had to charge an amount of money that some people couldn't pay, or try to make it as much affordable as possible. But then I realized I'd rather have people do it themselves. You know, like it's so much better when you take initiative and you do it on your own, because that's how you're ever going to learn anything about the law or what's going on. You have to learn on your own. You know, you have to learn, and when you get success, you realize, wow, because let me tell you, this planet is karma based, okay? This is a karmic planet. So what we're going through right now, you know, whether it's with debt, whether it's with an ex-spouse or whoever that's giving you problems, just know that we are here because we brought it upon ourselves. It is the wheel of karma here. And this is something that we have to face within ourselves. Like, even though, you know, I sell you the package and all this other stuff, I'm not going to help you get rid of the karma. I can't do that. That's not my job. That's your job. We all have a part to play here. All I can do is guide you the best that I can from what I've learned, and then hopefully you could take it to another level, even maybe beyond the level I've ever taught. You're probably going to find out some things that are just way beyond that I've ever known, and that's awesome. And you can share that with everybody, but it has to do with self-responsibility and knowing who you are and where you stand. Now, if you've ever heard of the group, the OPPT group, the One People's Public Trust group, they seem to be doing pretty cool. I mean, I don't get anything bad about them. I believe that they are doing really well, that they are helping a lot of people out. I mean, I get a lot of information from other people saying, oh, these people are, you know, they're con artists, they're not real, and I don't really pick that up with these guys. I really don't. I really feel that they're actually trying very hard, but I don't believe that they have all the answers. That's the only thing, that they have everything. And I'm not talking paperwork. The paperwork that they have is pretty damn awesome because, number one, if you're dealing with an honorable government or honorable country who say that they say they are, you know, that they say who they say they are, they will definitely respect any type of affidavit of truth, any type of letter that you give them. they would respect it because they know that we, the people, call the shots. It doesn't matter if you put a freaking happy face and Mickey Mouse on it, okay? They would say, yes, my lady, yes, my sir. They would address us as such because we are high beings. We are higher beings. But the fact is, we have lost who we were. We totally forgot who we were, that they felt it was okay to trample all over us. That these people don't even know who they are anymore. They lost their identity. Who gives a crap? So it's a big test, and by dealing with these people, these governments, and all that, I mean, it is a big test. But they are doing their part. Unfortunately, they are. And we have to be the ones to come back to who we are. Now, what I find with the People's Public Trust, or One People's Public Trust, they have had some great successes from what I've heard, okay? I haven't used a courtesy notice yet, but I'm going to do it tomorrow, actually, with my situation with child support. Even though I brought it down to 0, I still have this, my ex who's being a total jerk. But basically, it's cutting the contract. It's saying, look, I have no more contract with you in the spiritual world, and I don't have a contract with you in this world, and I'm letting you go. And that is a spiritual thing that we have to do with the people that we're dealing with. Okay, so OPPT, they have the courtesy notice, they have the stuff that you can send to the courts and all that in writing, and you basically tell them straight up, sorry, but you guys are foreclosed on. We are part of a One People's Public Trust. We know who we are. We remember who we are, and we're no longer going to be played around by you. So from what I've heard, that they've had success where they've actually erased the debt and said, oh, never mind, you guys don't have a debt, you're at 0 balance, which is pretty awesome. So that would be something to basically send. And and it's so funny though, you think about it, Chelley. I get so many people that say, oh, I've done this type of remedy, I've done that remedy, I've done EFT, or I've done all different types of little remedies here and there. And I'm thinking, well, if you think about it, if you're dealing with someone who's honorable, and when a country says they say who they say they are, why in the hell do we have to concoct all these freaking remedies? Oh, does this work or that work? Why can't we just straight up send them a letter and say, hey, you guys are, we're calling the kettle black. We know who you are. Okay, so get rid of this debt thing. We're not a part of it. It's real easy. But a lot of people, we tend to make things so complicated. And I was part of that group too. Let's do this little remedy or that remedy or this. And really, it's just get to the root of it. Who are you? Do you even remember who you are? Do you even know that you're a soul? Do you even know that you're eternal? What is your mission here on this planet? What are you here to do? And a lot of us have no freaking clue or have any idea, and that's why they got us by the balls, many of us, because we don't know. But I do feel that we're moving into a new paradigm shift. I really do believe that. And I believe that things are going to get better. But I do feel that what has been going on for 13,000 years is going to stay this way. With the energies of the low frequency of what do you call 3D Earth, okay? This is the energy that we're dealing with, that we have been programmed into, and we have been coming back in a reincarnation type cycle. We're always coming back to deal with our karmic ties. So now pretty soon we're going to have an opportunity to move into a higher frequency, another energy field, which is 5D Earth, from what Dolores Cannon has talked about, and many other spiritualists who have talked about, and hypnotherapists and people that have done some major research, that we're going through a major shift right now. It's not only because the people are waking up, but our bodies are changing. That's why we're sick. That's why we got flus and colds and things like that are like undescribable. We don't even know what the heck it is. Like we're like this thing I got, this cold or whatever, it's been lingering for like days. And it one moment I feel good and the next moment I feel like crap. So it's like, the buzzing of the ears, it could be chemtrails. I've heard about that too. It could be chemtrails, but at the same time, I mean, it's been the past few days, it's been clear. Like the sky's been actually really pretty. So it could be that, but it's also an adjustment. I think we're going through a major adjustment of what's happening, because it deals with the ringing of the ears. From what Dolores Cannon says, she says the ringing of the ears, you're going to have that. You're going to feel a little dizzy. You're going to have heart palpitations. You're going to have all these, maybe depression or little things like that. And it just tends to, it's just a big shift. So no matter what the cabal tries to do, I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, the only ones that they're going to work on are going to be successful with are those that are living in fear, like Alex Jones and people that are afraid and they don't know that they are just light, that they are beyond this world. And that's pretty much what's going on. But yeah, so as far as the debt goes, don't worry about it. I sent him a courtesy notice. You could find that out. I'm actually going to post that up here in the chat, and Chelley can post it up. Um, and it seems to be pretty powerful. I mean, heck, what else other letters should we send them? I mean, God, all you have to do is just state what it is that you are and who you remember who you are to be, and that should just take care of it. That's what I think.
Yeah, but hang on. But we've got to. Let's see. I can't see my thing going. Um, the trouble is, right? In the UK, you go and talk about sovereignty and all that, and you get shirked off. I was in this Citizens Advice Bureau a couple of years ago, and I mentioned about sovereignty, and they said, "Oh, don't mention that. It's like it was a crime. You know, it's like I was a criminal."
Mhm. Exactly.
And
Oh yeah.
yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I think our sovereignty. This is why Scotland's probably the best place to be, really, as regarding sovereigns, because they're trying to restore their sovereignty there. But the UK and England, where I am, I don't think we've got a hell's chance. I mean, solicitors look down their noses at you when you talk about it. You know, they've stigmatised it. They've stigmatised it. You see, they've made it into something that you can't talk about, which is terrible.
Right. Oh yeah. They definitely have. They don't want to because they're scared. You know, they're terrorists is what they are. I mean, if we really want to get into it, they're big time terrorists, and they're trying to do whatever they can to strip things from people because they don't want the chattel who don't know any better to know this truth. But it's so true. I mean, like what Oregon just wrote. So you're saying that they're not honorable? No, they're not. They're very not honorable. They don't want to be honorable. But if you get to a point where they maybe, I mean, especially if this OPPT thing really works with a courtesy notice and that's all you got to do is send them, I mean, that's great. That's great news. I mean, you don't have to deal and stress out anymore. You could be free. You could free yourself from it all and start moving moving into your own path. Because supposedly they've already done the UCC one for the People's Public Trust. They've done all that, so hopefully, I mean, that works. But what I'm saying too is no matter what, whether it works or not, the Earth is already shifting. We're headed for a polar tilt. I don't know if you guys know this, but we're headed for a major mega polar shift. We've gone through this many years ago. It's going to happen again. And during this time, we're going to go through some major shifts, like within us, the Earths are splitting in two, and we're moving into this higher frequency. So they're trying so hard to control everybody, and they just cannot do it. It's just done. It's like it's over with, and that's why they're saying, "Oh, we're not going to, we're going to pull your money away from you." And of course, I mean, money right now is very crucial. We believe in this world that we need it to eat. And I know, I mean, we've gone without money for a week or two, like just like, oh my God, what are we going to do? When's the next pay going to come in? And, it's very frightening. But from what I'm saying, I mean, there's been some really good evidence, information that's been coming into the light. And I don't know, I know, Chelley, that we were talking about, I know we could talk about this a little later if you want. We could bring up the whole spiritual part a little bit on later. But I don't know what it is you wanted to address now. I don't know any other topic. Still on the debt thing? Are you there? Hello?
Yeah, sorry. I was just trying to respond.
Okay.
Johnny Wakefield said he had to leave, so I was just trying to type on the other computer to say ta-ta to him, but I'll say it now anyways, because
Okay, no problem.
my other computer's a bit glitchy. well, there's all sorts of things we can talk about. Um, like all this stuff that's going on it's like everything that's going on in the media and even the alternative media, it's being steered in a certain direction because I mean we've talked about this before, I know, but when the Occupy Wall Street thing started, and I was actually watching a lot of it live. And I think I told you about this earlier. There was that lady. She's one of the spiritual leaders on the internet that's leading. There's a lot of these leading spiritual leaders. People who are basically the ones who are at the forefront. You know what I mean? And they're part of the elites. They're actually. I think I showed you that video earlier, and you could see on a balcony, this woman on the balcony, what's her name, Alila or something?
Wow.
Alila, what's her name? You know what I mean? I could show the video on here actually. I'll
Yeah.
show.
Who is she?
She's the one that was. I'm pretty sure she's the same one that interviews a lot of spiritual psychics on the internet, and who's a spiritual truth speaker, and she's hanging out with the bankers. So what's going on there?
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, did you see that clip?
Yeah, I saw the clip. I just didn't recognize her, though. I don't know her name. I don't know who she is.
Well, oh, can I just cue it up and try and play a clip of it
Go
here?
for it. Yeah.
You talk a bit because it'll take me a minute to find it because I downloaded it earlier.
But that's good that you have an eye on that. And a lot of these people who they say they are not really who they are. So they're acting like they're spiritual people and all this stuff, but yet they're hanging out with the elite. That's very, very interesting. Very interesting. Well, that's when you have to really seriously exercise major discernment. Now, I want to throw in a little, see, I wasn't really sure about, okay, if you want to. Awesome. So anyway, I've been really extremely getting deep, deep into the past life regression. Now, after I went under, I had this lady who basically, she studied under Dolores Cannon. And this woman, I mean, she's like the big deal when it comes to hypnotherapy. And I've heard about her, a couple years ago, and I never really got into it until one day I decided, when I was in Cancun, I'm like, I had some money then. Had some more money where I can kind of blow a little. I figure, I'm going to give this a try for my birthday. It was a birthday thing, present for myself. And I wanted to go under. And I had to find a lady or a man or whoever, a hypnotherapist who studied under Dolores Cannon, and which is quantum healing hypnotherapy or hypnosis therapy or whatever. And I heard about it from my friend who said, yes, if you can go under her, she doesn't just take you back to your past lives, okay, because you're in like the alpha state. You're in a very, very light state where people, sometimes they'll think, oh, I think I made it up, maybe, I don't know, where she takes you way down to the somnambulistic state, and it's very deep. It's like anesthesia deep. Like when you're about ready to get have surgery done, it's called the anesthesia level, which is level 6, okay, of the Aaron's level, depth level test. And when you're down that far, she says you cannot make it up. There's no way. When you're down that deep in hypnosis, where you basically can even have surgery done, okay, you are not going to make up anything when you go into a trance, when you do past life regression about your life, and not only that, when you go in between lives. So this lady took me not only in my past life, she also took me way back to when I was a soul, way back when I signed a contract before I even came to this planet. What was I doing as a soul? Well, it's basically called Life Between Lives. If you've ever heard of Michael Newton, who wrote several books, Journey of the Soul, I think Destiny of Souls. He has some type of hypnotherapy program where he does a thing called Life Between Lives therapy, where he brings the soul pretty far deep. He puts you very, very deep, and then he takes you to a part where he communicates with the immortal soul, which pretty much is the same thing as a superconscious soul. Okay, so when I went under, I started like channeling some amazing energy that came through me, and it was to talk about me in a third person, as a third person, just kind of like just very, I channeled all this information about what I was here to do, what she was here to do, and what she was supposed to do, and and all these things. And it totally changed my life around. Like, wow, I did not totally did not make up what I was saying that was coming out of my mouth. And it basically stated, yes, within the next couple of years, you're going to be reunited with your daughter again. You are to move down to places, and it kept saying like further south, where I had to be near more energy places, energy sites. Said a lot of things that were like, wow. And how it said, oh, you don't have a mission, that you don't have a mission to save the world. Everyone keeps thinking they have a mission. Pretty much your mission is just to be yourself, be who you are, and love, and be love. That's all you're here to do, and show others that you are love. In a way, I wasn't too happy with the message, because I was like, crap, man. I mean, I thought I had a mission here. I had a mission to free the people, to be sovereign, and all that, because I was carried away with this mission. And it said, no, I mean, if anything, I mean, I guess my mission in my own ego would be to free people, but maybe in a different light, in a different way, where I actually show them my freedom and help them in a different way. Not really, maybe just to shine light on something. So let's put it this way. It was a very, very deep state I was in for almost 3 hours. And the lady that did it, absolutely amazing. She's got the sweetest voice too. She totally brings you under. She's really good, and she did it on Skype while she was in Arizona and I was in Cancun. So she did an amazing job. And they say that if you do the Dolores Cannon, hypnotherapy, which we're going to cut it down to QHHT, that you have to be there in person. But she basically stated, no, you don't have to be in person. I could do it all on Skype. And you know what? I'm very, very excited about it, because I'm about ready to take the course either this week or next week. So I'm totally excited about it, because I want to go ahead and help as many people out as well to have the experience. Not too much where, okay, not too much where we see people channeling. Okay, we see Bashar, and I love Bashar. Okay, I totally love him. I mean, he just totally brings me up when I hear them channel, and they're doing an awesome job. We all have that ability to channel. Everybody has that ability to channel, every single one, but there's a problem that we have. Some of us do, like me too. We have an issue with our ego. Our ego does not want us to freaking do anything. Like, it just keeps talking, that's not true, that's not going to happen, oh, you're making it all up. When you go under the Dolores Cannon hypnotherapy, it is full confirmation you are not making it up, and you are actually channeling some amazing energy coming through you, your entire being. What better gift than that to give somebody, to help somebody? Let's go beyond the mundane of debt collectors and becoming a secure party and all those. Let's go beyond that. Why don't we get to the point where we go beyond paperwork altogether, and we get connected with our super conscious to find out who we are, where we come from, and what are we here to do? I think that's what we need to do. Like, of course, like you were saying too, Chelley. Yeah, yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah, the problem is everyone has their own karma. We can't interfere with their karma. They have to awaken. It's like we are all on a path, and all paths lead to the center. Yep, totally true. Yeah, we cannot interfere with them. And Dolores even said the same thing, and saying that we can't interfere. Everyone has free will. Not an external area, but they have to basically be like, yes, it is okay. I agree. I want to be hypnotized. I want to go under. I want to connect. When they accept with full acceptance, they accept with full responsibility that this is something that's going to happen. And of course, you can't force people to do it. You got to tell them straight up, this is what's going to happen. You're going to, possibly there's going to be something that's going to come through you that's going to basically tell it what's going on. And it's not really the destiny of the individual that you're hypnotizing. It's basically you get information for everybody else on the planet too, through communicating with a superconscious. So it's like communicating with a channeler in a way, and they're able to remember it. Like people have the fear like, oh, they don't remember. I remembered almost everything that happened. I did remember it. Maybe if you'll go so deep that you're in and out of sleep, kind of, you feel like that, but you will remember some of it, but they will record everything that you would say. But this is the way I believe, this is part of the way out of this whole mess, where when you get connected and you find out who you are, not only that, you also get healing done, where you're so super conscious or whatever heals your body. Like if you're going through a major ailment and you're about to like have a terminal illness, or you're whatever sickness that you have, you're able to go under, and the superconscious is going to heal that part, and people have actually been healed through it. And the reason why a lot of us are sick, we're not supposed to be sick. It's not meant for us to be sick. We're supposed to be healthy, is due to our karma. Everything that we brought from the past, we're bringing here. And it's due to worry, due to stress, anxiety, holding on to the past, all this stuff. So the first thing that I ended up healing was my heart, because I was having a lot of heart problems. And since I went through under that, I haven't had a heart episode since. And that does say a lot, because I was having it like every other month, major heart episode, and it's been since September, since I did my quantum healing. So it's pretty much what I want to do to help other people as well. And yeah, the ego is a door stopper. Oh God, oh man. Obviously, we've been programmed to have this freaking ego in our minds the whole time. Because it keeps you from being in tune with nature and with who you are, you know, it really keeps you from moving into that. So I believe that, you know, once people get connected with it, instead of you having to listen to all this great information from a channeler, which is fine, wouldn't it be nice for you to experience the energy and what Bashar goes through? How does he, when he channels that energy that goes through his being, and he speaks out with that energy, wouldn't it be nice if you could actually feel that yourself? It would be your turn now to feel it, instead of listening to others talk about things. Now it's your turn, and it's coming out of your mouth, coming out of your beingness, and you're going to record every little thing that is happening and what it's saying. And you're going to not only go through your past lives, because you'll go through as many past lives as you can, because the superconscious is going to show those past lives to you, to show you what it is that you need to learn, but you're also going to have it communicate through you. I mean, my goodness, this is some deep, deep stuff. And I mean, this could last anywhere from 2, 3 to 5 hours. And you as a hypnotherapist have to have the patience to deal with it, and you have to have the passion for it too. So I'm ready for that. I want to totally do this. I want to learn as much as I can. You know, we're all here for a reason, and we're here to learn. And I think what this is going to do is just going to help you raise up in frequency, bring your vibration up. The more that you learn about who you are, and you don't get so tied in with the mundane, what's going on around you. You remember, you listen to that little recording, and you're like, oh crap, okay, I got it dialed in. I'm good, I'm fine. You know, and it's better confirmation. Because, you know, me, even as a psychic reader, I've been doing readings for years, and I've predicted things that happen right away, and I'm still good at that. I've been predicting, and people are like, yeah, right, and the next day, oh, they write me, oh, God, what you just said came true. I'm like, well, of course, but it goes beyond that. It goes beyond me trying to tell you anything. It's more of, why don't I just guide you into it? And I can even guide you into expanding your psychic abilities as well. I can help guide you to expand your mediumistic channeling abilities. I think the more of us that can connect like this, the better we can actually change the world in a quicker rate. We can actually all move into this 5D Earth really quick. I mean, Psychic Cosmo, is a network I work for, and this lady that I'm going to be interviewing tomorrow, her name is Kit Carson, and the guy, Lou Redwolf, he has, supposedly, he's got a background in some law background. And he's a psychic all the way. He does tarot, he does esoteric. I mean, he's just all into that big time. And it's amazing. It's like, man, we need a lot of people like you. You know, a lot of people like you, more cops, maybe psychic cops, people that are really in tune with and empathic with their abilities. I don't know if you've ever remembered that episode, Shelley, but Heroes. If you've ever seen that show, Heroes, and people started realizing about their abilities, and they started to try to hide it from society. And but really, I believe that time's coming. That time is already here. There's people with all these abilities, they don't know how to act, and they're trying to hide
Oh,
it because
cool.
they're afraid of the government or the CIA is going to find out about it.
Oh, cool. Hey, there's this really awesome guy. um,
Hmm.
he's really brilliant with technical stuff in Second Life. He's online. I'm going to try and message him, see if he'll join us here. Is that okay? You carry on talking. But if you see a guy show up with a
Oh yeah,
if you show a guy show up with a motorbike, it's Misfit. He's really cool.
okay, awesome.
Yeah, just carry on. I didn't mean to break your pattern. I'm just gonna private message him
Okay,
because I thought it'd be cool because then we can show us what it's like. Some of the he's like a magician. He's a script wizard. He designs a lot of
oh
things in Second
sweet.
Life. Yeah. Anyway, you carry on talking and I'll just try messaging.
Okay. So anyway, the good news is, talked to hubby about it, and he's totally for it. He's like, "Come on, hurry up, let's do the Dolores Cannon thing." So I'm ready to do it. Probably this week I get started on my course, and I'm going to hopefully be done by next week because I'm totally into it. I'm going to be putting my husband under first. I want to see what's going on with him. That's going to be something. And just really start writing down all the information, it's going to be exciting, and then start offering it to people. And again, I'm going to be doing it through Skype too, so it's not just in person, as it has worked for me over Skype. So even though, you might get a lot of people that are certified under Dolores Cannon and they will not do it through Skype, I'll do it. I'll totally do it. And it works just as well. I didn't notice a difference because once you're in hypnosis, that's it. You have to make sure that you have a good connection, though. You got to have a really good connection on the internet. Make sure that everything's fine on the internet and it's not a really crappy connection. Other than that, you're good to go. We could do a session, not a problem. But it could last anywhere from 3 to 5 hours to let you know that. So that's a lot of hours because I'm trying to put you through all the little past lives that you've lived and in between lives, like where you've been staying at. So, so anyway, pretty awesome stuff. But anything to do with hypnotherapy is really awesome, especially if you're going into the soul. That's just totally the way to go. Get to the point. So,
I've got a friend.
anyway,
I've got a friend who's who's a hypnotist, and he's done shows. I don't know if you've seen any of his videos on my YouTube, but he does lots of hypnotism things, and mainly pub stuff.
oh, he does what? I'm sorry. Mini pop stuff.
Public houses where the people go
Oh,
and drink. Yeah, he does a lot of shows.
oh, nice.
Yeah, he's done quite a lot of stuff, but he's kind of turned into a bit of an alcoholic though lately, sadly.
Oh no,
Yeah,
why? What
I don't
happened?
know. He's just depressed or something. I don't know, but
Oh,
he wants to get back into it. He was saying the other day he's on Facebook, and I just see if my friend Misfits got my message. I don't know if he's materialised around us. He used to show up on a moped or something.
oh, so that was Misfit because I saw her or him.
Oh, you
Her or him.
what? Just now?
Yeah, it was like right behind you.
Oh, cool. Is he gone?
Yeah, it disappeared.
Oh, damn it. Oh, yeah,
It looked like a
she,
raver or something.
yeah, she's Japanese. Yeah, she's
uh,
Japanese, I think. Yeah, did you see her?
yeah, I did. She was adorable.
Oh, yeah. Hang on a minute, let me just see where she's gone. You carry on talking.
Okay. So yeah, so Shelley, you're also going to be I'm going to have you volunteer if you don't mind when I finally do my Dolores Cannon thing. So, let's see here. Hold on. Let me turn this off real quick here cuz Yeah. But yeah, I definitely want to do that. But I think, I mean, that is really the important thing, because, as a reader, I can read you as much as I can, but still, when you actually are in the driver's seat and you experience what when I put you under, you actually get to experience everything. You're going to know what it feels like to be a channeler. You're going to know what it feels like to be a psychic. You're going to know what it feels like to be empathic and feel things and feel energies. That excites me because that makes me feel good. It's like, oh my God, now you're not looking at me like I'm this weirdo. Like, okay, well, she feels these things. How does she do it? Now I'll be able to put you under where you can experience all this. I mean, this is going to be really awesome. So anyway, so moving along, the most exciting part about Dolores Cannon's message, and I wanted to add this onto the show about her message, that oh God, it's so exciting that we've been moving into this the new Earth since 2003. So it has already begun. It's been begun already 10 years ago. Okay, and it's so funny because 2003 was like the last year I actually got to spend with my children when they were younger, my younger ones. And 2004 was when, I went through the separation in June, and it's the last time I ever saw my daughter. So it's so funny that she brought this up because she's like, wow, during that time, we started moving into the 2003 into the new earth. So meaning, obviously, my energy was not good there at all. That had no longer, like, my time was definitely up. I could not be there anymore. My whole energy, especially, because his energy was like so friggin' negative and just very negative energy there. And my energy was more of like, I knew that there was life beyond this life. And being around people that are total atheists where they don't believe, or not atheists, but people that don't believe, that they actually believe that when they die, that's it, that there's no soul. They come from a different background or different, they have a lot of rebelliousness and they have a lot of anger, I think, at the whole system and establishment. So it makes them feel very dark. And, obviously he has some issues that he had maybe from his family. And because, coming from, and also my husband too, his family's Pentecostal, and coming from a background like that, it tends to get you very sour, like, in the name of Jesus, and they just pound that crap in your head. So you tend to feel like, I don't want nothing to do with the Jesus thing. I don't want nothing to do with the church thing. I don't even care about spirits. To hell with that. So they go to a different route. They turn into a different, they get very sour and dark, and that's just something that they have to work through. Me, on the other hand, even though I wanted to go that route and not believe in any of it, the universe thought of me differently. Oh, no, no, no. You're sensitive, and that's something that you're going to have to live with. So when I started reading people, and I became very accurate at what I was reading and picking up their energies as well, that was more confirmation, like, oh my God, there's more to it than this, than what we see. There's a different world out there. There's energies, there's things going on, and I am not crazy, and I totally know that I'm not. So, finding out all this information, during that time, 2003 was, if it marked that time when the earth was splitting, well then heck, that makes perfect sense. So when I ended up moving in my own little route, my own world, which I had to go, it was time for me to go. That was the time when things started coming in my life very quickly. I started attracting and manifesting things left and right. I manifested a trip to Hawaii. I manifested jobs, work, not a problem because I was an exotic dancer. So I made money like real easy, and I came and went, and I was very free, and attracted the car of my dreams, which was a Jetta at the time. Beautiful Jetta. Got that like not a problem. Attracted my soulmate, which is my husband, and ended up having two more beautiful kids. So it was like, good Lord, man. I mean, all these wonderful things. And, even though my husband now and I, we did have some times where we were kind of going through like adjustments. We both drank a lot. We had a lot of drinking, and he drank, I drank a lot. And then we got to a point where, we didn't get along when we drank. So because of a lot of his anger would come out from his past, and my anger would come out from my past, and then we would just had butt heads. So we realized this is not really working for us. And we made a decision, no, we're not going to go that route and be drinkers anymore. It used to be a weekend thing. Now it's like he don't drink at all. He don't touch beer. He don't want to touch it. Me, occasionally I'll have my wine when I eat, but that's pretty much it. But we started noticing a lot of things about ourselves and, and really opening up to the mysteries of the world. We really got into the paranormal, ghost hunters, really fell in love with ghost hunters. I mean, we were ghost hunter junkie, taps junkies. And anything to do with the paranormal, we were there. We were tuned in, tapped in, turned on. So we had a lot in common, and then UFO history. Oh, we were in love with that too. So him and I, we share a lot of things in common, like anything to do with paranormal, UFO. Oh my God, we were so into it. And so things did kind of work out, and understanding the energies. We're moving into. We're getting sick a lot. I've noticed that a lot too. Getting sick, trying to deal with all the energies that are going through. It's just very like, you know, um, it's not the flu. I can tell that for sure. We'd be getting ringing of the ears, ringing, a lot of ringing in the ears. Those are major symptoms, and just a lot of uh, dizzy spells here and there, or feeling really tired, feeling very fatigued. And then there's days we're feeling really good. And, and it just totally makes sense what Dolores Cannon was saying. Is we are definitely we're adjusting to the new energies, because if the new energies were to hit us, the 5D Earth energies would hit us, then oh my gosh, are you kidding me? We would probably die, all of us. So it has to come in gradually, you see. So, and a lot of people, and this is what she also said, a lot of people have been going to the hospital and they have no idea why. Like the doctor can't find out really anything wrong. And it's just the energies. Like we are, a lot of us that are aware and are sensitive, and we are trying to get away, trying to move into trying to move into the new earth as painless as possible. It's kind of hard. It's just we have a lot of karma things that we have to learn to let go. We have to forgive those people that have hurt us. We can't wallow in it. We have to kind of look at it and look at it like like a monkey who doesn't have the capacity to think. They're just monkeys. They don't know any better. We got to look at them like that. They don't have the capacity. They don't have the feelings. They don't have the conscience. So we got to look at them kind of like that. And that way we can actually forgive them better. Like they don't know. And like Jesus says, please forgive me, Father, for they don't know what they do. They really don't know, because if they really knew what they were doing, they would karmically understand the implications of what karma is all about. They would understand, wow, you know what? I certainly as hell don't want to come back to this planet again. Because if you don't break ties with these people, you're going to end up coming back again in the same life, maybe as a different role, but you're going to end up coming back again. And that's what hell is, you guys. That's what hell is all about. It's coming back and learning over and over again the same karmic crap. And we have to let it go. I mean, yes, it hurts what they've done. I have a list of all the things about what my ex did, all the things that my mom did or my dad. I have a whole list. But you know what? I chose them. I chose them to come into my life. I chose them as my parents. I chose them as my ex. I chose them. They never came to me with a gun in my head and said, "Hey, you're going to marry me, damn it," or I'm going to shoot you. I willingly chose them. And I knew from the beginning that there was going to be karmic issues. I knew it and I felt it, but there was a familiarity there. I knew this guy. I knew this person. And that's why I said I have to be with you, because I know you. And you just don't know why. It was a familiarity there. But I knew that he was going to hurt me really bad. I just didn't know how. But it was something I had to go through. Your soul has to go through these things because you have to learn something. You have to resolve the issues. The issues, they don't run away. And that's why I'm trying to resolve things the best way that I can. Not to run away from situations, to meet them head on and be in honor as possible. The best as I can, but all you can do is do the best that you can. But when the law's involved, that's what makes it difficult. When the law wants to come and dip into your bank account and, all this stuff, it's a little difficult because it is a karmic thing that's going on. It's like, how do I deal with even the freaking third party here? So, I mean, we're not just dealing with the other party. we're, it's worse. You're dealing with the other party, and you're dealing with a friggin' third party that had nothing to do with making the baby in the bed, okay? And nothing to do with it. So it's like, my God, I only have, I don't have one person against me. I got freaking the whole, it's like the child support and all this other stuff. So it's like, well, I got to figure out in a more peaceful manner, and I know my daughter's going to come to me when she finds out more about her gifts because she's going to be labeled nuts and crazy too. And she's going to find out, well, shit, my mom, obviously she had some gifts. Look what she's doing in her life. She's doing this, she's doing that, she's helping people. And look at my dad drinking away, drinking with his, just living in a different lifestyle. And she's going to find out kids are freaking smart. They're not dumb. They can see things with their own eyes and their own soul. And especially when they're psychic, forget about it. You cannot lie to them. You can't do nothing. My daughter, my little one, my God, she interrogates the crap out of me every day. Why do you do this, Mom? Why do you do that? Are you mad, Mom? Are you okay, Mom? I mean, she's just totally on top of it. Like, she's just real smart, real intelligent. And she's psychic, real psychic. And I'm not just saying that. She is. Like, she knows, like, we're about to eat pizza today or go to an Italian restaurant. We pick her up from school. She goes, oh, we're going to get Italian. She already knew what we were going to do. My husband had a toy for her one day. Picked her up
Oh,
from the bus. Picked her up from the bus. And she says, oh, what'd you get for me, Daddy? That's what I'm talking about. She's freaking psychic. Okay? Not just saying,
Joanna,
she's a crystal.
Joanna,
Yes.
there's,
Yes.
since you mentioned that, you're making me laugh because now this is a funny story now.
Okay.
Today, this is just one example. It happens all the time, but today, right? I was thinking, damn, I need to use the loo and I've got no toilet paper. I'm going to have to start looking for some bits of tissue paper. So I was about to go rummaging around, and my mum turns up with toilet roll. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. No, seriously. No, she just turns up with things which I happen to need.
Yep. Oh, okay. There you go. My little girl. Extremely psychic, man. Like, my husband and I, we laugh about it and we just kind of move on because it's normal to us. She freaked out my husband one day when he was thinking about his friend Nick, and he hasn't seen him in years or whatever, and thinking about like flowers and Nick or something like that. All of a sudden, my daughter goes, "Oh, Nick, 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 Nick!" I mean, she just starts singing or something, and my husband turns around and looks at her like he saw a freaking ghost. Okay, like I'm just like, wow. But you want to know something funny, Chelley? I her name number and her date of birth number is exactly like Sylvia Brown's. Like, because I was such a big follower of Sylvia Brown, like I really loved her books, and I still love them to this day. So when I did her name, I wanted it to reflect her name number to be a Sylvia Shoemaker, like her real name used to be. So I reflected it to be that, even though my daughter's Autumn Rain Johnston, but I wanted somehow that the numbers to somehow it totally fell to be exactly the same, and her date of birth the same number. That part I didn't control right there, but I was like, wow. And here's this girl, just saying things just out of the top of her head, not even realizing, like, and she's like, how do I know that? And I'm like, oh my gosh, hon, like, just really psychic. Like, I've never had that experience with my daughter, my other daughter, but, she was so young that, when she left my world, or I left her world, or whatever, so I can't really say too much, but if my daughter Druanna is as psychic as this little girl right now, imagine my ex right now, what he's going through. What a heart attack.
Well, lots of people are psychic. They just don't know it. They do things. I mean, people do things that are psychic, and they don't even recognise that they're being psychic. That kind of makes me laugh sometimes. Because I talked to my mum about being psychic and being spiritual, and she said, "Oh, I don't believe in all that." Yet she does things all the time, which proves that she's psychic as well.
My mom too. I don't want to hear about that psychic stuff. She always says, I don't want to hear about the psychic stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, if you don't want to hear about your psychic stuff, I'm like, then what the hell are you then? You're a soul. You're eternal. What, you're going to run away from that? There's no running away from being an eternal soul. But
Do you
anyway,
think it's time for a coffee? Do you
I think
think?
so. I think
Yeah.
so. I think I'm going to go ahead and get some.
Yeah. Let's go and have a cup of coffee.
Take a break.
Yeah, a little break.
Awesome.
I think I think Druanna's still listening to the music. That's one of the problems when you're live streaming. There's a bit of a delay. There's a bit of a lag of about maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and she loves watching the dolphins. She said so. She's probably still listening to them. Hey there, Drew. Well, we're waiting for Druanna to come back to us. She's most likely still watching the video on the live stream. And I can see it still bouncing around on my other monitor, so I know it's still streaming. There's a bit of a, I don't know how long this lag is, but it, oh, you're back at last.
Yay! Ah, I'm back. All right. Is everything okay?
Yeah, the stream's going well, except that my avatar menu um, on my Phoenix viewer, it's frozen on me. I can't click on avatar.
Oh no.
Well, as long as the viewer's working, that's the main thing. But it seems to have frozen
Yeah, I
a
think
bit.
Argon wants to come and join us.
Sure, let him. He can. Does he know how to get here?
I sent him a link, so I was kind of hoping he can find his
Yeah,
way here.
if he's got if he's got the link to the Kundalini Isle, all he has to do is click on there, and he should be able to click on teleport and teleport straight to us. But we need to sit close together, because as we get more people in, it's hard for me to pan around. So maybe if we all sat on the floor closer together, we could get everybody in on the video at once.
Right. Well, people have to try to come in though. When they come in, then we can for sure
Yeah,
make some
true.
room.
Yeah. Or we
It's
can
a
all,
pretty nice place.
or we can all sit around the blue crystal, and I can use the blue
Ooh,
crystal
that'd
as.
be sick.
Why?
No, in a good way. No, we Californians we say sick.
Oh, I see.
Sick means good.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, the thing about the crystal, right, I'll show you what I mean. It means it makes it easy for me to pan around it. Let me just show you. Hang on. You see, if we're all sitting around the crystal, I can just use my cursor keys and rotate, and we can get everybody in. But when everyone's sat so far away, it's difficult. And I just caused a bit of lag. Oops, I hope it's not going to break the stream. The problem with it is when I move around a lot, it uses my bandwidth because my computer's got to download scenery and everything else, and it chokes
It's
it.
kind of a bummer that not me and no one's showing up in the circle here. It would be so cool.
Yeah, well, there's a few people want to come, but they haven't figured it out yet. It's quite complex, I suppose, and well, actually, there's something we need to do. There is a way we could get around that, because there's groups in Second Life, and we can also advertise it on the groups in Second Life. That's what a lot of them do. They have these big spiritual gatherings, where there's, I was at one of them, and me and Moonrider were in one, and there was about 20 people there. So what we need to do is create our own group in Second Life and advertise it. Did oh sorry, did you get what I said?
No, you were in and you were out.
Oh, I said that there's groups in Second Life. You can actually advertise this meeting in Second Life. There are actually groups there. This is why we get these pop-up messages all the time saying that there's such and such events. What we need to do is advertise it in Second Life. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can definitely hear you. Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah. What we need to do is contact some people in here and find existing people who are already in Second Life, and we should be able to fill this circle.
In my hand, the most innovative precious metals product that I.
Wow. You know what, Chelley? I just received something from somebody, one of my friends here, about uh, precious metals that were real gold. That they're going to be using real gold. This is cool, real money, the new gold standard in gold. What would happen if we
Yeah.
all started using this real lawful money? Wow, this is so
Well,
nice.
Alex Jones has been saying that for a long time. I know he's a bit of a fearmonger, like, but sometimes, but let's face it, the only real currency is rare minerals and rare metals, because it's the only thing that they can't print more of, right? Because you see, paper money, they can print as much as they want and they create inflation. But if you've got gold-backed currency, you've only got a limited supply of gold, and therefore um, they can't create inflation out of it. But this is what the problem is. We used to have a gold-backed currency, but what happened was when they created the fiat, is it the fiat money system?
Yeah, the fiat.
Yeah, when they created that, basically what they did was they no longer backed the currency with gold. They started to print loads of it, loads of money, as much as they wanted. That's what created inflation in the first place. That's the whole reason why we're in such a lot of debt now, is because this is why the banks close their doors when there's a run on the banks, because they know for a fact that they don't have enough money in the banks to pay everybody, because it's not backed by anything. It's just worthless pieces of paper. You've got to remember. We all need to remember what a dollar and what a pound and what currency really is. Paper money really is. It's simply a promise to the bearer that they're going to pay you the equivalent or the actual amount. It's a promise to pay really, and it's supposed to be backed by gold, but it's not. Which means, how can they keep a promise? You can't promise somebody, I'm going to give you this money by issuing you with that pound, say that dollar, because that dollar it's just a piece of paper. There's nothing behind it. There's no gold. There's nothing solid behind it. It's simply a piece of paper, and the promise is invalid.
Right. Yep, totally. Oh, sorry, just kind of got caught off here for a little bit here. But yeah, I don't know. This is what they were writing. Supposedly something's supposed to happen, but I don't know. I mean, we hear about it, but let's see it really happening, right? Like really using gold and silver and instead of the paper stuff. Can you hear me okay? Hello?
Sorry, I forgot to put my mic on. I was looking in the shop the other day for a mixer to go with the computer, so that we could I wouldn't have this problem of swapping the channels over all the time. And it's going to cost 50 quid, which is about $100 in your money. So I haven't got the money for that at the moment. but it would solve all the problems in here. Without me having to swap my mic over, and I'm having to swap stereo mix over. I mean, it's driving me batty. I've got my control here. I'll put it on the screen. You'll see it in a minute. I'm having to swap from the microphone to the stereo mix so I can hear you and hear me. That's for me, and that was for you because I cut off then. So I'm having to swap it over, and it's driving me batty. I need a mixer.
Mixer, huh?
Yeah, I need to get my hands on. Yeah, I need to get my hands on a mixer.
You've got mail.
Oh crap. It's like you got mail, like really loud. Goodness.
Yeah, I heard that as well. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I know everyone's hearing that one. Okay. Well, hey, you know what? I have to cut this short. I can't stay on too long because I kind of have some little plans with my husband and all that stuff. So, and I'm still trying to get over the sickness. I got to get ready for tomorrow. So just really still trying to beat this thing that I have.
Yeah, I understand, Drew. I know you haven't got all your strength back yet, but I understand. But it's been all right. It's been a good show. It's been less hiccupy than last time, at least. It's been. I mean, we've only had one interruption in the stream. That was my fault. So,
Oh, that's okay. No worries.
but it's in two parts this time instead of about half a dozen. And I told last time it was all jumbled up, and I didn't know which part was which. And I thought, well, the only what copies I know I can make heads and tails are the ones on my hard drive because I can see the dates and timestamps on them. So I put them all back together again and uploaded it. But yeah, this time it should be a little bit more. What's the word? Continuous. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll have another show next week, and let's hope more people can come and join us.
Oh yeah, that'd be so awesome. I know. Well, I thought we were going to have a lot more people this time around. I guess something happened, huh?
Hang on. From what I understand, people had problems with their computers, graphics-wise.
Right.
Basically, their computers weren't up to spec, and there was somebody else who told me that they wanted to join us as well. They've probably been watching on the web page, but a few people wanted to come in, but they had problems, had some issues, various issues and stuff. Well, we just need to. If we advertise it in Second Life, we should get a lot more people. Also, there's. I mean, obviously, to make a show, you need more people. I mean, the show is about interactivity with other people, and that's the whole point, isn't it?
Right. I mean, really, we're supposed to have the meeting and stuff. Oh, yeah, and another thing I did want to address is about the illuminatingminds.ning.com. I decided I'm not going to continue with that because, again, I have to pay every month, and I just don't see that benefiting anybody. I'd rather just continue it on Illuminating Minds on Facebook. My Facebook group, I've created that, and it's free for everyone to join because it's just, I'm putting money into putting my other websites up, DruannaJohnston.com, Druanna Psychic Advisor, all this. So all this stuff kind of adds up, and I'm just not really, I figure Sovereign Warriors for those that are into the debt thing and, having to deal with trying to conquer debt, that's a good place for them to go. But if they want to, be able to join any group, it's going to be on Facebook for a little bit. And on my blog, I mean, you can basically find all my information on DruannaJohnston.com because all my info is going to be on there, on my hub and stuff. So I'm not going to have time to really maintain the Illuminating Minds. I'm going to be really, really busy doing more stuff.
Yeah, Druanna, actually.
Somewhere else. Yeah.
Actually, there's an important note I need to make. I've noticed that I've posted a lot of stuff on my wall on Facebook and it's disappeared. It's completely gone. It's like it's been erased. If you post if you posted important information, might I suggest you create it and put it in notes, because then once you've created a note in your profile, it should stay there forever, and then you can repost the notes whenever you want. So if somebody comes along and says, how do you do such and such, rather than having to dig into your history, all you've got to do is click on your own notes that you've created and repost them. That way you won't have to dig around looking for something you posted months ago. That's
a good idea.
Yeah, well, if you're going to use Facebook, that's probably the best way, because trust me, I posted stuff years ago, a lot of conspiracy stuff and such like, and I've gone looking for it and it's gone, completely gone. It's like a bloody black hole.
My goodness.
Yeah, so but I've noticed that my notes are still there. So if you're gonna post stuff, create a note. If it's important, like advice about dealing with bankers or credits, whatever, you best start putting it in a note. If it's a lot of text, you know what I mean?
Right. I totally understand that. Okay. All right, well, I will. That's a good idea. That's definitely a good idea because I have been searching around for all my stuff that I've been posting like crazy, and it is funny because I have noticed some things have disappeared. Really strange, and it is definitely very hard to find. Very hard. So I'm definitely gonna have to do that. But well, it was great talking to you again and having this show and talking about current events, what's going on, and where we're pretty much going. A lot of the good stuff that's happening and where we do find ourselves going. So I'm very excited. Things are going to be a lot better, and I don't know. I just totally see a different avenue. I'm moving into another avenue, and it's more of, again, helping other people in a different light, more like helping them actually feel and experience and finding themselves that way. The more that we can do that, the more that we can ascend quicker and get to where we need to go. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. Yeah. Anyway, thanks, Drew. I know you need to get your strength back after that flu, the influenza, whatever you had, and well,
Yeah.
I just hope more people can get fixed up for next week. I know for a fact there's a few people that wanted to be here. They just had problems, and there was a as I say, there's a guy in there's this person I know in Scotland. He's actually not far from me, but he's at work tomorrow, so he can't because it's too late. So, but maybe we can do some of the shows a bit earlier. That might actually help. I don't know if that's going to be possible for you though.
A win next week? I'm not sure. I have to. I guess I'll just keep you posted. See how I'm doing and everything, and I'll definitely let you know. Okay. I gotta
Okay,
get going.
okay.
Take care. Bye.
Bye, Drew.